Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Good?
Y'all mind
Sound
talking
good.
real quick?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah. Oh, you got to talk that front of that. The Audio Technica side.
Yeah.
There
Is
you
that
go.
good?
There
That
you
better?
Go. Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
This way? We're good?
Yeah, it's like the front of that. Basically, it comes in
Right
in
there.
front of
Right
the
there.
Audio
Right
Technica.
there.
Yeah, there it is.
Much better.
Giggity, giggity. All right, let's go. Yeah. Man, I like holding it. That's what she said too. Damn. Oh man.
Got him good, bud. What you got? You good?
Are you gonna film me doing the intro or what, bro? What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. But today is a very special episode because we got the boys from just a bit outside.
Yes, sir.
So
What's
we're
going on,
tuning in to learn, to laugh, and to hopefully make some damn money. Let's get it. Woo!
Boom, we're here. Episode 129, Around with the Boys podcast. We are joined by the fellows from Just a Bit Outside podcast, Wes and Steve. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
How we doing?
Doing well for a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that mean not hungover?
Yeah, pretty much.
I got you.
Wes,
Yeah.
yourself?
I'm surprisingly not hungover. Watched the game last night, so I got to say I'm pumped. I'm glad grabbed game one, especially when you got somebody like Strider pitching. Not too many beers, so
Wes is a big Philly guy, for those that don't know.
Yeah. And y'all did work yesterday.
They did.
No doubt about it.
They did well.
Yeah,
Johnny,
well.
run us through the what we got going today. What's
All right, so we're going to learn about Just a Bit Outside podcast. We've told you guys about them a few times. It's great. If you like sports, listen. They know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We dabble. They know.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, this is going to be, like I said, a little background about them. And we're going to get into the full slate of NFL. There's a game on now. We already have one Thursday. Some other sports sprinkled in. But that's basically it. We just did an episode 3 days ago.
Yep,
So y'all
check
know
that
what we're
out.
up to.
And if you want to be a part of the show today, we got our phone with us. Call in 910-726-3900. John, what was that?
That's right. It's 910-726-3900. Phone lines are open.
They're open. You can also comment on the Facebook, YouTube. Throw your picks out. Talk shit. Be a part of the show.
Fellas, Just a Bit Outside podcast. Tell us, how did you get into it?
you got it.
Well, it was more your idea.
Okay, so Steve and I have worked together for a long time, and we stayed on the phone like pretty much all day, every day, just talking sports. And even after he left the business, we still stayed in touch, and our conversations would go on for hours at a time. We'd sit up, watch football games on Thursday nights, just talking about it. We would be driving between jobs and shit like that, and hours go by, and we've had hot take after hot take after hot take. It's like, why don't we do something with this? We have all these in-depth sports conversations. We could put it out there so everybody can hear what we're talking about, and then they can tell us if we're full of shit or not.
That's right. And I know I just listened to the most recent one you guys put out about your trip to Miami and all that.
Yeah,
Or I guess were they in Miami?
yeah, they were in Miami.
In Miami.
Yeah,
But I noticed all y'all's episodes, you guys go deep. I mean, they're long. They're that one was over 2 hours.
yeah.
But it's hilarious. I love listening to it.
That's not always by design.
Yeah.
A lot of time it's just, we'll just start rambling. And
That's
it
that-
just goes
You guys get off on tangents a lot?
all the time.
God.
Yeah, we
all
try
the
to
time.
reel it back in a lot too, and it's just tough because like you just get so passionate about something, and it's like I gotta get it all out.
Yeah, I know for certain.
It's like
There's-
therapy.
Yeah, right.
We have a few episodes that we've done where like, okay, we have this outline of what we're going to talk about, and then we go off on a tangent during the episode and ends up being like the funniest
Yeah.
part of the show, and we end up turning that we focused the episode on that, even though it just wasn't really in the plan.
Well, we talk about that where we're like, oh man, we didn't stick to the script at all, but I like the flow of the spontaneity to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I mean, it's like carrying on a conversation.
Yeah, well, that's where the magic comes
Yeah.
from, you know.
Absolutely.
You feel pretty like pretty settled in behind the mic now.
Yes.
Oh, this is super comfortable now.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind hearing my own voice anymore.
Yeah.
Like going back and listening to episodes and stuff, I'm like, okay, my voice is weird. I'm good with it. I'll just leave it at that, you know.
I know. I mean, for a fact, like the first 5 or 10 episodes, it was just so like, I don't know. Are the volumes right? Is this right? Is that right? And like, eventually you figure it
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
But now it's fun. Like
Yeah.
it's real fun, and we did it. I guess we had done 50 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
The 50th, or like the end of season 1, I guess you want to call it, was
Yeah.
my wedding. And I remember I spoke at my wedding. The DJ handed me the microphone, and it was just like I almost wanted to flip it and be like, okay, it felt so natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a joke. I don't know if it was a good joke or bad joke. But I told everyone to like and subscribe at my wedding.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, no. So you guys, how many episodes in you in?
Is it 23 now?
I think so.
23.
And
well,
moving.
well, let me ask you about these hot takes. Have y'all been hitting this year? How y'all doing?
Oh, I'm maybe 500. At least
Okay.
from when I go back and listen to an episode of like my take on stuff. What was that? What was the one that was really bad? I don't even think I made it on air. I think I called you and I told you free money. Colorado's a 21-point dog.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
got fucking
Yeah.
whopped, dude. I was like, oh.
That was a bad one.
You weren't the only one that got that one wrong.
Yeah.
Guilty as well.
I wasn't touching that one.
Yeah, I spent too much money on that one. That one did
Steve,
not
the
go
wise
well.
one over there. Just
No, I'm not the wise one. I also took Grambling plus 55 against LSU and lost.
Plus 55.
Well,
and lost.
well, hold on. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of gambling, I mean, 500. That's okay. That's
Sure.
you know what I mean. Most people,
Sure.
but dude, most people are like, damn.
I break even. That's what I do. Why do you gamble? To break even.
Nah, I mean, shit. If we were 100%, we wouldn't be here. We'd be.
I guess that's true. If you were 100%, you'd be just I don't even know. I mean, being one of those guys on Twitter that makes people pay $5 for your pick.
Well,
or
look.
something?
I mean, it
don't
says
know.
for instance, Chicago went in there and like smoked Washington.
Oh,
We got that so wrong.
Yeah, my pick'em got fucked with that
Me-
one. I
me
lost
too.
that one. I was like, damn.
I was all over Washington with that one.
Yeah, I mean everybody was. But that just goes to show you,
Oh.
man. Like you feel that weight of that tide. It's like, hold on now. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me sprinkle something over here. You know.
And that was funny. We did 128 Thursday, and right before we stopped recording, and that game kicked off like 30 minutes later, and little Daniel called in,
Yeah.
and he was like, Washington by 20. I'm just hammering them.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Discord with him during the game. He's like, man, I really got this one wrong. Like, yeah, we all did, man. But it's fun. It's almost addicting, and especially like once things.
You talking about gambling?
Well, that
Yes,
doing
it
the-
very much is.
There's a hotline for that, but yeah.
doing like the pods, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's always like different things you can do, and I watch these guys do these podcasts, and like I still don't understand how they can make the video clips out of the full size of the phone, and like just random dumb shit. But again, we all have regular jobs, right? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a hobby.
it's a hobby. It is a hobby that has kind of taken its own path.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get into it.
There it is.
There it is. James, can you get up and go click answer?
Hello, this call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please hang up now.
What's up?
I just want to call and publicly apologize about my call of the Washington Commanders. I have never been more wrong in my life. That team's dog shit, and I can't believe that happened on national television. My second follow-up is I got to pick one more game to make this parlay happen this morning. And it's the 1 o'clock games are a real big toss-up, and I just want to see what the boys thought about this. So I got the Dolphins over the Giants, easy clap. I got the Lions over the Panthers. But everything else is a real big toss-up. What do you guys think? I got to pick two games. I'm leaning towards the Texans over the Falcons. They've been hot. Falcons. I went through the Falcons depth chart. I don't know a single player on there. What? I don't even know how that's an NFL team.
You've never heard of Bijan Robinson?
There is Bijan, but that's
about
and
it.
Drake
their
London.
team is full of irrelevant players. So I went with the Texans.
What was the other game?
But the real big toss-up that I just don't know what to think about is the Patriots at home versus the Saints.
That's so I'm looking at my 1 o'clock slate here, which we're gonna dive into in about 5 or 10 minutes or so. And my note.
All right, should I hang up and let y'all?
No.
Just go?
We're gonna address this
No, we're
question.
gonna address this- we're gonna address
He's
this
making a
question.
point here.
My notes under the Saints Patriots game is this is two really shitty teams.
Yep.
That's all I have.
With Derek Carr, the Saints are legit and can win that division. Without Derek Carr, they're dog shit.
They're not gonna. The way Baker's playing, they're not gonna beat the Bucs.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you want to address this thing?
I'm sitting here thinking about it really hard. I don't like that game at all.
No, I would probably steer clear of this one.
Yeah.
If there's a third one you wanted to take, my suggestion would be Titans money line. They seemed like they got it together last week playing Indianapolis.
That was a good one there.
That's
Also,
another scary one.
the
They're all
Lions.
scary. The Titans versus the Colts, the Ravens versus the Steelers, Texans versus the Falcons. They're all scary.
That Lions game you want to take another look at because my understanding is Gibbs is out and
St. Brown.
St. Brown is
gonna
out.
be out too.
Jamison Williams
Does
will
return.
play,
I
though.
think the Lions could play their entire second string and still beat the Panthers.
Damn. So
So bad, dude.
Well, is the secondary still hurting for the Panthers? Are they
yeah.
still out? Oh, okay. Yeah. Then you run with that one.
Yeah.
Just take the two teamer if you're on the fence.
no,
So you're saying I
push
should
one.
just weenie out.
No, hell no. I'm gonna figure this out for you right now. I'm gonna figure this out for you right now. Steve, give him one.
Oh man. Out of those,
No. Just a different one to add to this parlay.
I heard something the other day about the Steelers Ravens game. That the road dog against the spread over the last 20 games is like an 80% win spread, which is crazy. And it's just in the Ravens Steelers
Matchup.
Oh,
Well, the spread right now is Ravens -5, although the Steelers +5 is getting hit. My notes on that is the first game on my list, so we'll just get into it. My notes on that right now, Pittsburgh needs to bounce back. They got slapped. I don't know how good Pickett's knee is after that awkward landing.
Yeah.
Here is a little tidbit, though. Lamar Jackson is 2-3 as a starter against Pittsburgh. He has thrown more interceptions than touchdowns against the Steelers.
I know. I like the Steelers at home. I kind of like the Steelers at home.
and they get what? They're getting 5.
I don't know enough about.
Yes.
Steelers +5.
Okay.
If I had to take a pick in the spread, I think I would take Steelers +5.
You
They
just
got
don't trust the
mollywopped last
At the
week.
end of the
Dude.
day,
They
you
go
don't
play
trust
that
the
weeks in a
Patriots.
row.
What, Chuck?
I just said at the end of the day, you don't trust the Patriots to win.
No.
No.
No, you can't.
Wow, at home, man,
No.
is that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they are that bad. Yes.
Dude, I say you do
All right.
the 2-pick one you got, and then just throw like a little, a small one on that. I mean, I don't know.
All right, well, I saw the Eagles hat.
Go Birds.
Good for you. Good on you, buddy. I hate to say it, Jimbo, but I think we get stomped tonight.
I don't think we get stomped.
I mean, I'm slamming Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, over 100 yards.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's a good
Let me
bet.
you're
rephrase
right.
that. Over
Probably
total
still minus
yardage,
200.
not rushing yardage, but total yardage.
yeah, because our run defense sucks. Like you said
Our
last
run
week.
defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, boys. Well, thanks for the input. I think I'm going to go against the grain here. I think I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm probably gonna eat my $10 here, but I'm going with the Pats at home. I'm sorry, but Zeke's gonna eat at home. Zeke's gonna eat at home, baby. Nom, 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 nom.
Lord.
All right.
And then he hung up. That's hilarious.
That's
Daniel.
fantastic.
That was good.
Okay.
All right, back to the sports. Before we really dive into the NFL, I just want to touch on some other things. The MLB playoffs started. Well, they've been going on. The Tampa Bay Rays are pathetic. They're pathetic. They have the smallest stadium in the MLB, and they couldn't even fill it 80%. That is pathetic.
It was 19,000 the first game and 21,000 the second game.
That is ugly. I didn't see the numbers. I just saw the stats.
That's dog
Yeah.
shit.
Ugh.
I think
All
I
right.
read it was the lowest playoff attendance
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like they didn't even care.
ever.
All right, yesterday, the Orioles lost at home, which I didn't think was going to happen.
That one was close.
It was close. It was 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2. The Astros, a bunch of cheating assholes.
I agree.
They won again, so they took it's best of 5, right?
Yes, best of 5. Yep.
Yeah, so Texas, the Rangers are up 1-0 on the Orioles. Houston's up 1-0 on the Twins. The Phillies, big win in Atlanta last night, 3-0.
Monster.
The Braves, who have the probably best batting lineup in the league,
Yeah.
5 hits, no runs. 2 errors, though.
Well, that's a little. You know what? Though I'm a Braves fan, but I'm okay with that. The first game losing, a little wake up call. Like, hey, playoffs time.
They're coming off
Shake them up a little bit.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
had a
wake up.
they
Yeah,
had
like,
a
hey man, y'all smoked it all year.
5-day
This is
break. What was it? After the All-Star break, they came out a little cold too. And after that break, and then this time they had a 5-day break, and I was like, this is probably best case scenario, especially if we could steal one early. And when the Phils stole that one last night, I mean, and we absolutely stole it. Like that Trey Turner double play,
Yeah.
it's like the 6th or 7th inning. The bases were jacked, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it did not look good, and we kind of went with basically a whole bullpen game. So,
Trey Turner, baller.
oh, dude, he was
no doubt about
phenomenal
it.
last night. I will say, did y'all watch his old team play last night? You watched the Dodgers at all?
Nah.
Is that
Kershaw got fucking lit up.
Smoked.
lit up. They
Yeah.
lost 11-2 to the Diamondbacks. I will say the Diamondbacks have been on an absolute heater.
Oh yeah, they're like the Phillies from last year.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit,
Yeah, coming
Stay
out of
clear
nowhere
of that team.
and winning everything. Every game they play, they've won. Yeah, Dodgers, good. I hate
Kershaw pitched a third of an inning,
Yeah.
gave up 6 runs.
Crazy.
He was getting rocked all over the place. It was
dude.
it was embarrassing.
The sad part about that is you almost mean like that's playoff Kershaw, though.
Oh no, you knew what you were getting, and before the game, people were talking about like that was going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The best regular season pitcher probably ever.
Ugh.
And it's terrible in the playoffs.
Well, all I gotta say, if the Braves do lose, that's gonna be pretty damn depressing because of how well they did.
Oh,
Oh.
I
know
would
what I mean?
be very heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like if
All
that
these
was
records
my
being
team.
broken and shit,
Yes.
and then just first round to you,
Ooh.
whatever.
You could be a Mets fan.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I could.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Points
See,
here. Yes.
yeah, it's tough times for us for the last 37 years.
I mean, I give him credit for like the Subway Series, but I still like to win one.
Yeah, I mean, we got to the World Series in 2015, lost that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Well, at least
But we go
it
again
wasn't-
next year, right?
It was a tandem.
Yeah.
There's always next year. Footy, real quick. We'll touch on that. Premier League. Oh,
Let's
Wes,
definitely talk. Let's
Wes and
definitely talk.
I are big Tottenham fans, and we are top of the table
Yes,
for hopefully
at least another 2
in
hours.
just another 2 hours. City versus Arsenal are playing right now, and they are 2 and 3 respectively. 2 points. City's 2 points behind us. Arsenal's 3 points behind us, I believe. It is 0-0 in the 23rd minute. But
Good.
it feels good. Everyone loves Big Ange.
Oh yes,
I met when I was at this music festival 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Wore a Tottenham kit the day after we beat Liverpool.
Oh yes, yes.
I won't even speak on that. But either way, a bunch of people. I had a lot of hell yeah, Big Ange is the man. A couple fuck offs.
I figured you would get more of those.
One guy was demanding a replay already. I'm like, dude, relax.
What's he care about? Like, he should be appreciative of VAR working altogether.
Well, I think the car. Pochettino actually said it best about VAR, and he said the car work. I like the car and it works, but the driver might be a little off, which is true. There was a lot of controversy in that Spurs game. Did we get away with one? 100%. We have also been screwed by it before. So
by them.
by them.
The handball of the Champions League final.
That's very true too. We're gonna get a replay of that, right?
Yeah, that's what we need. That replay then, please.
But yeah, so either way, we're top of the table, Big Ange. And then I met one guy who grew up a block from White Hart Lane.
Oh,
And is Tottenham through and through. He came to the States 3 years ago. His wife's from there too. She was all about it. And all his family still lives back there. And like with Tottenham over the last 5 years, right, since Pochettino left, it's always been this manager carousel.
oh yeah, it's been
And
awful.
we finally have one that I don't think any of us really knew who he was
No,
when he came in. We all know him now. Everyone in the Premier League knows him now, and they love him. And I asked him, I'm like, what is the feeling back home? And he said, everyone is behind the club and the manager.
thank God.
I said, when's the
It's
last
been a
time you
minute.
could say that? He said 2015 or 2016, 17.
Yeah, you're right.
Whenever we went to the Champions League. So that made me feel very good about the whole situation. We'll see where it goes.
I'm super stoked. Just continued riding this momentum too.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
take it 3 points, 3 points, 3 points.
That's right. And
Yes,
we'll just
sir.
keep watching Bayern draw against shit clubs. Inter Miami officially knocked out of the MLS playoff contention last night. Messi did play. Didn't go well. So that train is over till next year when they probably add Luka Modric and Luis Suarez. And then
I think the word is Modric is coming.
Modric is coming,
done
and
deal.
Suarez will be here in January. So
That team's going to be stacked.
take your futures on Miami because it'll be Messi's last competitive year playing.
Yes.
And he's going to go out with a bang. Okay. We are about a quarter of the way now through the NFL season. What are your power rankings? Top 5.
Real quick, shout out to Kahlberg there. Let's go Dallas for show, son.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to Lauren, yeah. Jimmy, top 5 NFL teams.
Top 5?
Yep.
Dang. Well, San Fran,
Yep.
Dallas.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. Not top
Number
5.
2?
I'm saying they're number 5, I'd say. But like top to bottom.
So I have Niners, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs,
Height.
and then a split between the Dolphins and the Cowboys.
That's tough, man, because, I mean, look at the Bills right now, what they're doing today. I mean, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, like Eagles and all that, like that we're supposed to just be, no offense, like just like crushers. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, I might surprise you. I don't have the Eagles in the top 3.
Really?
I don't.
See?
Who do you-
No.
what do you got?
I mean, our offense isn't there. Our defense is certainly not there. I mean, the Niners are far and away the best team in the league right now. There's no question about it. You can't say there's a team that's looked better, that's more put together,
Yeah.
and clicking in all cylinders right now. But like A.J. Brown said last week, you don't want to be playing your best football in October.
That's what I was telling Daniel last week. I'm like, dude,
that was a good
week
quote.
5's on the way. We're not even,
Yeah.
you're trying to figure your shit out still.
We're only 1/4 in.
Yeah.
You're still figuring things out. I think a little bit of the hype behind Jalen Hurts and like just the public figure he's become it's kind of gotten to him a little bit. So he's second guessing throws. He's not making the same reads he was last year. He's not playing with the same. What would you say? I get fun isn't the word I'm looking for, but he's not as
Looseness.
relaxed.
Tenacity. Like,
Yeah, he's not playing the same way. I mean, there's so many throws that he could have made where he's ducking out and running again, and it's like, oh man, we've reverted back to like year 1 of Jalen. So I'd put the Birds at 4 right now, just because you can't say they are undefeated. They're finding ways to win games, so there are those things. I mean, technically before today, I would have said, hey, give me the Bills as probably the number 2 team, just the way they looked over the last 3 weeks.
The Birds are going to have a big challenge today that I think Stafford's going to step up today. That Nakua guy,
Well, yeah, you got Cooper Kupp coming back.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
scary.
It's still a home game for Philly.
Yeah, we'll
That's
get-
what's
we-
that's what's going to be nice about it.
We'll get to that game. We're going to dive into every
Yeah,
single
get
one.
it.
And
Yeah,
dissect
let's-
them.
yeah,
Steve,
let's
who's
not
your
even
top
do it.
5?
My top 5. I am Niners, Chiefs, Birds. I would have said Buffalo before what I'm seeing. And I actually like Detroit when they're healthy.
Detroit is a scary team. Dan Campbell's the man, the absolute man. What's up, Taylor? Welcome, Taylor, in here. Dan Campbell's the man. If he actually did get a pet lion to come on the field, that would be sick.
Oh, God.
Dude, I wish so bad.
I'd be all for it. But yeah, they're dealing with some injuries though too, which we'll get at.
Big time.
Um,
Big time.
So we get in the first game.
We're gonna get into so Thursday, DJ Moore career day.
Yeah.
God, 8 catches, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Just an absolute fantasy stud. A stud performance from him.
Yeah.
Right now, the Jags are playing the Bills. They're playing in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium,
That is right.
which the Jags have been over there now for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, the owner of the Jags, Saeed Khan, or was it?
Yeah, Khan, right?
Yep.
He also owns Wembley Stadium. So they played at Wembley last week, stayed over, and now they're playing in Tottenham because Tottenham had an away game yesterday at Luton, which we won 1-0.
Thank God.
The Bills are losing in the fourth quarter right now. There's 13 minutes left. It's 11-7. They did just cause a fumble and get it, but when the Bills struggle, they struggle.
He
like,
looks
there's no-
bad. Like Allen looks awful.
They're either really, really, really good to me, or they are trash when they're playing.
Yeah, I don't
Like, you don't see middle of the road. They're either
like
fantastic.
this is bad.
Yeah.
What they're doing right here. So last week though against the Dolphins, popped off.
Oh yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
They're shut down and everything. We talked about it on the way over here. Actually, Jacksonville did get to stay here this week. Jacksonville's adjusted.
Oh.
No
yeah,
jet
okay,
lag.
yeah.
Buffalo.
Flew in win
Is-
Thursday.
Yeah, so
Let's
they're
see.
they're still making the adjustments. They're coming off a big win too.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have thought about that earlier today.
Before you place the bet.
Yeah, exactly. It's whoops. Especially with I mean Jacksonville. They handled Atlanta last week, but it wasn't like a drubbing or anything.
Oh God.
Well, what's the first game on the slate today?
First game on the slate: Baltimore Ravens in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is +5. Over under 38.5. Ravens are -225 on the money line. As I said earlier, Lamar has more interceptions than TDs in the Pittsburgh matchup. Pittsburgh got absolutely destroyed last week. Just destroyed. They only scored 6 points. I mean, Pittsburgh has to bounce back, right?
I mean, yeah. That's my thing though. They're still NFL. They're an NFL team, right? So they have to get some bounce back. And plus, I mean, the Ravens' defense isn't the defense of old, right? I mean,
No, it's
It's not
not.
the same. No, not at all.
Not at all.
take it away, fellas.
Oh man, this is the one that I heard about as far as like the road dog in this series, especially between Tomlin and Harbaugh,
Yeah.
has covered the spread 80% of the time in their rivalry, which
That's
is
nuts.
insane.
That is an insane stat. Uh-oh.
I mean, 80%
He picked it.
in sports is.
Oh shit.
It's just weird. It's just weird. But at the same time, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go with the trend, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, man, that.
I think if I had to make a pick here, I'd have to go Pittsburgh +5. The Poor City's finest, Alex Highsmith's first interception was against Lamar. So
Yeah.
maybe he does something here, but it's a trap game. I don't know which way it's going to go,
Yeah.
but it's a trap game. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh's not going to lay an egg 2 weeks in a row. I just don't see it. This is also a divisional rivalry game, so they're going to be up for it. It's the same thing you see in the NFC East. Those games that you shouldn't lose, you end up losing.
Yeah.
It's on paper, it looks like it should be a beatdown. It should be Baltimore the entire game.
Yeah.
There's no reason they should, with the way Pittsburgh's defense has looked, why wouldn't Baltimore put up a bunch of points. But it always comes back to this rivalry game and how both of these teams and fan bases hate each other so much. People get up for these games.
Yeah.
It's one I definitely do not want to touch. I agree.
Like, I would bet on next week, whoever Pittsburgh's playing, them getting smacked by whoever they're playing next week.
Exactly.
But they're up this week.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at it, because, I mean,
Really
I always think back to Little Giants, you know. You
Yes.
beat Kevin down Cherry Hill? Yeah, one time. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Carolina Panthers +9 in Detroit.
Oh,
God, they're just gonna. It's just not gonna be good for them.
It's-
Detroit does not have Gibbs
Or Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, so, like, Montgomery's going to be in every DraftKings lineup out there.
Montgomery, I'll put it to you like this: David Montgomery is -155 to score a touchdown today, which is
no money made.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty ridiculous. Jameson Williams, though, the stud wide receiver, is back from his 4-game suspension for betting. So he's +200. That's my
Really?
Yeah, there's no St. Brown, no Gibbs. Says Montgomery and Williams.
And, you know, he's, like, he's not injured at all.
Not hurt.
Just been practicing.
Yep.
Yes.
He's practicing. He's lengthy dude, long, lanky guy that flies down the sideline. So
No St. Brown
But
either.
what about
That's,
that Reynolds
that's
guy?
a-
I thought
Josh
that-
Reynolds also good.
Yeah.
He's in there. I just think they have Josh Reynolds ranked higher as far as like targets and all that, which makes sense because Williams hasn't played yet.
where's Hockenson in on all of this?
Where the hell has Hawkinson been?
I mean,
It doesn't make sense. That
Yeah.
guy should be getting target after target after target.
Maybe he does today. I mean, that's a good.
This is a good time to do it.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, you got, instead of your two solid guys in St. Brown and Reynolds, right? You got Williams back, but it's going to take time for him to adjust. So I do like that Hawkinson suggestion.
Yeah.
He could be the safety guy today.
That's probably a good take for your daily fantasy lineup at a tight end position that might not cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Also a great point. All right. The Houston Texans are underdogs in Atlanta. Atlanta's -2.5. The over is 42. CJ Stroud making a case for Offensive Rookie of the Year. The Panthers are punching air.
You mean Falcons?
The Panthers are punching air
Oh, yeah.
for not taking him.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Yes.
I wasn't sold on Stroud anyway. I mean,
I wasn't sold on any of them.
Yeah.
No, I think what we talked about it was I didn't think any one of these quarterbacks that were taken this year are going to be
No.
anybody that is considered a star in the league,
Or like a franchise
a
quarterback.
franchise quarterback. Yeah, they'll be out of the league, or they'll be backing somebody up in 3 to 5 years.
Well, I don't like the short quarterbacks. Ever.
Mm.
Ever. There's
Yeah.
only been one really good one.
Yeah.
Ever.
Russ.
I don't count Russ.
Drew Brees is
I mean,
one,
Russ won Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
Drew Brees is a good short quarterback.
That's my one.
and Russ is
Okay.
one too.
That's my one.
Russ won a Super Bowl, dude. And I mean,
Listen,
Seattle-
is he the league's biggest goober? No doubt.
Dude.
But he won a Super Bowl. I mean, you gotta-
He did win a Super Bowl, but
he led Seattle to like insane offensive numbers for the longest time. Him and Beast Mode.
Well, I think the best part of his story was a guy by the name of Matt Flynn came
Yes.
in and
Yes.
had a record game for the last game of the season.
Yep.
Seattle gives him like a 3 or 4 year, $70 million deal.
It was. I don't think it was 70. I think it might have been 60. But it was a ridiculous deal for the time,
Exactly.
especially for a Matt Flynn.
Right. They draft Russell. Russell starts every preseason game. Matt Flynn doesn't even start a regular season game.
Nope, never starts.
Never started. And got like 40-something million guaranteed. Which, shout out to Matt Flynn.
I'm about
You
to
were
say.
the finesser of all finessers.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's doing just fine. I'd take that.
Yeah, best job in the world, backup
God.
quarterback.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Because it was one game that he had that pretty much made that.
Well, so what happened was the Packers locked up the playoffs already,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they sat Rodgers.
Right.
And Matt Flynn had 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like 350, 6 touchdowns.
Can I hear yourself?
I'm trying to. No, I don't hear myself.
It's the cord.
Yeah.
No,
The headphone cord.
Okay.
Doesn't have that connection.
So, but this is an interesting game here. I kind of like the Texans as a little bit of an upset here.
I don't trust.
Atlanta hasn't showed me anything.
I don't trust Desmond Ritter.
That's the other thing.
He has been. I mean, they won a couple of games, but he hasn't been great in any of them.
He hasn't.
Any of them.
No.
Like I watched the what was the Panthers game, the first game, I think, second game.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, his numbers weren't fantastic, but where he had 2 big throws, that was it. His completion percentage was high, but those 2 big throws
That's
inflated his line.
Because they weren't. I mean, they were running the ball a lot too.
Well, they got it right with Bijan. That he's a stud.
They don't utilize him though.
Yeah.
Algier's taking so many carries and so many touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's poaching so many fantasy points from a dude.
Yeah, I think that's going to slow down though.
It
I
has
think it needs to.
Yeah.
But I have a huge gripe with it because I have him on my fantasy football team. So, I'm shocked Steve didn't even talk about Gibbs at all because his gripe with Dan Campbell is real.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. It gives me a headache every time.
Yeah, I thought Gibbs was going to show out too, and Montgomery just does everything.
No, it's not even that. If you look at their stats, like Gibbs is averaging more yards per carry.
Yeah.
It's just the volume of touches that Campbell is giving Montgomery is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's? I mean, what's
frustrating.
the word on that?
I don't know. Unless he's just that guy that doesn't want to put the ball in the hand of a rookie a lot.
That might be it.
But, oh, my God. It's killing me. Killing my fantasy league.
I think back to this Texans Falcons game though. I think the Falcons used Bijan in a way that the Niners used Debo. I mean, let's face it. Debo Samuel is a running back who plays wide receiver,
Yeah. I'll agree with
and
that.
just play both of them.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like the Falcons, but whatever. The Falcons.
This would take a page out of Shanahan's book and ride with
just
that.
copy it. I don't understand why more teams don't do that.
What,
It's like,
put all your
well, you're
best talent on the field at once instead of always missing a guy?
I guess that's it. I guess. All right, next game. This is terrible. The Saints Patriots game. I mean, I feel the spread's 1.5. That's how bad these teams are.
Did you say Saints Patriots game?
Yeah, 1.5 is the spread.
After y'all give your take, I'm gonna have our a guest in the house, Scene here, give his spiel on the Patriots.
Taylor's a very big Patriots fan, and so I do want to hear about
Yeah,
it.
so y'all-
I'm interested.
This is y'all run through your takes.
It's gonna be a bad game. I'm not gonna touch it.
What? You got to give it. You got to give a take.
Do you guys have time to make a lineup for Randall? She said she'll put one in if y'all put one together.
Yeah, we'll do a live.
Yeah,
we'll do a
live
lineup
lineup.
at the end. At the end of the show, we'll pick a lineup.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
My take on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Carr pisses me off. He's got such a punchable face.
He's fragile, man. He gets hurt too.
He's fragile. I mean, I really thought who's the Williams? Is he out hurt again today?
I think Jamal's out. It's Jamal Williams,
Jamal,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Jamal's out.
They got Kamara back though.
Yeah, Kamara's back, but like
He's
they just
been
can't
out
do
for a while.
anything. They just can't do anything. It's so terrible to watch that team play. And then like the Patriots, if Bill Belichick doesn't murder Mac Jones soon, I don't know what's gonna happen to fix it.
I don't know what they're going to do with Jones. Like, I don't know. I mean, they're kind of married to him for a minute.
For now,
For now.
it's not something that you could. What kind of change are you going to make right now?
Yeah, you're not making any change.
Yeah.
There's no change to be made.
What's your
You
take
just
on
have
it?
You have to go.
It's definitely one I would stay away from. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't find a reason why I like one or the other. I think a lot of the Patriots hype in this game like this is people go back and look at that result against the Eagles in the first game, and they think, oh, they have the ability to be this way. But a lot of people overlook the fact that it was the first home game of the year, It was their first home game of the year, and the weather was just awful. It was
Yeah.
pouring down rain,
Yeah,
wet.
it was.
So I don't think you could pull a whole lot back from that. But watching the recent performances, you're saying that this team is dog shit. You know? It's not a team you want to bet on.
Yeah, nah, but it's just crazy hearing that about the Patriots. After all these years,
They deserve it at this point.
Well, no, for sure. But
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, it's still
they need to be
mind-blowing.
in the drought like I am as an Eagles fan. Like that drought it was horrible. And take some lumps for a little while. Just learn what it's like to be a real NFL fan for a little bit. We all don't get Tom Brady for 20 years,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Shots across the bows. son.
I'm not trying to even make shots. It's just in general with the Patriots, man. They've had so much success for so long, and they forgot what it's like to suck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the other 31 teams, the fans of the other 31 teams did a ditty when Brady left. I mean, granted, did he go to the Bucs and win it again? Yes.
Yeah.
But he's a legend and
Yes.
the greatest of all time. There's no arguing that.
I mean, the
But
guy did it better than anybody else.
It's finally like I think it gives fans of all the other teams like a sense of welcome back to reality, you sons of bitches. Like this is how we all felt the
Yes.
entire 2000s,
Oh, God.
Yes.
right? For like over a decade.
Up until 2021. This is what we've dealt with. It's the Tom Brady show.
It was a
And
Tom
we
Brady
were
show.
fortunate just to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, watching him work is like one of the best things to do in sports. But fucking finally, you guys are losing.
What's your take over there, Steve?
Yeah, fuck Brady.
Damn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go hard like that, but he
Go
just
hard.
irks me.
No, that's cool, dude.
I
I mean,
mean,
he's good. I'm not going to take anything away from him.
Yeah.
he's back to reality, too. He's a Green Bay fan.
Yeah.
So, 30 years of just fucking MVP quarterback play.
Yeah.
And
30.
now it's like, oh, shit, this is what a real quarterback looks like.
Yeah, here we are.
We're not used to this.
Hey, no, I mean, I was all on board for it. I knew it. I've been talking about it.
No, you knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. I've been saying Jordan Love is trash for years, and he is.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, and that's enough.
Yeah.
We do have a guest in the house that will
Taylor, what's your take on this?
take his take. Here you go, team.
Yeah.
On this game.
Saints Patriots.
What side is it? This side? Is that the one?
Yeah,
I hear you.
Above Audio Technica.
Got it. No, the Patriots' problem is their best receiver is Hunter Henry. When's the last time you've had a Patriots team that was their best receiver?
Gronkowski.
No, I'm just.
Oh.
I'm saying Hunter Henry is not. He's garbage. I mean,
Right.
when that's your best receiver on your team. That's a big
I
disadvantage.
thought we were going tight end there.
I think
I'm saying when that's
yeah.
your best receiver. I mean, everybody else they have is a WR2 or 3 at best.
if the Saints are smart, they expose Judon being out for the season,
100%.
Yeah.
and maybe Taysom Hill.
And see,
has
I was
a
high
couple
on
big
the
plays today.
Mac Jones train there for a while, but the last couple weeks he shit the bed. The problem is he made a great point. Is it's not Tom Brady playing anymore. You got to figure out a different way to win. You can't play the same way you've played forever with Mac Jones. Mac Jones
that was
comes from a completely different offensive background in
Right.
Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
That was me my question. Do you think Belichick just hasn't changed the game plan? He's still
He
the Brady
hasn't.
guy?
He needs to fucking come off his high horse and realize that him and Brady, the only reason they won that much is because of each other. It wasn't one or the other. Tom Brady, look at the lineup he went to in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
They had a lot of
Aaron
good
Rodgers
weapons.
could have gone to that same team and done the same thing. And
Yeah.
Right.
Won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they need to let Mac Jones be the quarterback instead of being the do boy.
Instead of Brady's replacement, he needs to be the quarterback.
They let him do his own thing. Let him call some plays. You're not winning football games right now. What's it going to hurt?
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with that.
That's my take on it.
Do you think they beat the Saints today? At home?
I want to say yes because I don't remember the last time they lost 3 games in a row.
Ooh, that's a good point.
That's a good point. It's a
That's
really
a
good
good one.
point. I like that. That might be that's going to swing it for me.
Is
Right there.
Hold on, is Gonzalez playing? Do we know?
You'd have to check.
like the Pittsburgh shit.
Yeah, because if Gonzalez isn't there, I was making me think Saints a little bit more. Because Saints are only a 1.5 favorite? Which I like
no,
that 'cause-
Saints are dogs.
Yeah.
Saints are oh shit.
See, they're thinking the same thing I am. Three in a row, and you're playing at home. But I mean, I'm not gonna be shocked if they lose, but I think they're gonna take it.
All right. There are only 2 games today whose point totals are under 40. The first one is the Steelers Ravens at 38.5, and this
Like you've seen.
this one is 39. I like the under.
Yeah, I agree. That
Yeah.
is, that
I like
under
it.
39 for sure.
What's that?
What do you say?
And where we on?
The Saints Patriots.
I like that one.
Yeah, under. But
No Williams.
I am going to ride with the Patriots, though, because I don't think Belichick, I think it's going to snap too. That's
Yeah, I
just
think
my personal
that's
opinion.
probably lost on all this too. Is the fact that they do still have one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah.
You know,
He's still
designing a
dead
game
serious.
plan.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he gives a shit still.
Big shit.
It's like, yes, exactly.
He's such a terrifying guy. Like,
Dude, imagine if
The
you was your
cut
dad,
off like
you know what I'm
hoodies,
saying?
like you just sleeves
Yeah.
off.
oh, if he was your dad,
Well, you see how weird his son is on the sidelines and stuff. I mean,
fuck that.
God,
All right, next game. The New York Giants playing in Miami. Miami, 12.5-point favorites here.
Give me the Dolphins and the points.
Dolphins?
Give.
Oh, my God.
You give the Giants 21 in this game. I think.
All right, so I did want to ask just a bit outside, fellas, today. Like I was listening, running around doing my errands pre-show. They were saying that basically, like the Dolphins are going to be more run heavy, not pass heavy on that game. Like, what are y'all's thoughts on that? I thought Hill was just going to torch him today.
I don't know why you would want to do that unless you're just trying to protect somebody.
Yeah,
Are you trying to? Because the defense that the Giants have had has just been awful.
they've been awful. You could
Yeah.
you could do anything you want on them. You can run on them. You can throw
that's
on
what I'm
them.
saying. And these guys are they're getting paid to say this shit. And I was like, what do you mean they're not going to throw it to Hill? They're not going to air it out.
Oh no, they're going to air it out early and often.
Or Waddle, or I mean, you name it. And like, I don't know if you guys did. I got him in both of my leagues. One of which doesn't have a waiver. The other one, the one that doesn't have a waiver, you can just drop at any time.
Uh-huh.
And then the waiver one I submitted, and I hadn't used the waiver pick, but
So you were
Devon
towards the
Achane,
top.
Devon Achane, biggest fantasy pickup I've had in recent memory. I didn't even know who the hell that guy was until a few weeks ago
How
when
did-
I was over here watching the games,
Yeah.
and he popped off.
How did he do last week point wise?
2 touchdowns and like 29 points.
Shit, back to back weeks just blowed up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So that's been a huge pickup. But I mean, you got Achane, right, and then
Is that how you pronounce it?
Devon Achane.
Okay.
Achan.
Devon
I kept calling him Arcane or
His
Arcane.
his name's Devon Achane?
Isn't that what we
Yeah,
or
Devon.
Achan,
Yeah, something.
Achane?
It's
Yeah.
spelled a chain, but Achane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davon Achane is how he goes.
I mean,
Okay.
all right, look. So I mean, if you look at if you do play, DFS and make lineups and shit, like
Well, they figured it out. Mostert and Achane are
Well,
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
I was just looking at the
Well, I
lineup.
was gonna
Money
say
now.
Hill last week. If you look at his points, it's been massive, small, massive, small. Last week was small, so I'm betting on
Oh,
the
dude,
trend on that.
Dolphins might score 58 today again. 80
Ooh.
last week won't be touched for a long time, but
Yeah, that was incredible.
they might score
Oh,
50
yeah.
again.
Yeah, that's 70 points.
Steve, what was the oof?
Man, you're talking about the running up 70. Mike McDaniels did that shit on purpose.
That's my dog.
On purpose. I have no doubt.
You know why he did that on purpose?
Because they didn't even think about interviewing him for the head coaching job.
That's
and he
right.
was that big Denver guy. And he
His-
wasn't even on their list.
His stepfather worked for them.
Vendettas.
His stepfather worked for them and got him a job there as a ball boy.
Yeah, dude,
a long time
that
ago.
video of him back in the day is like,
Oh my God, with the
Doesn't even
earrings
look
and
like the
everything.
same
I'm
Oh,
like,
God, it's
what
great.
is he doing?
yeah.
But yeah, he tried to go there and play there, and they shut him down.
Shun.
Probably regretting that move now because you had to make a trade to get Sean Payton, and that's really working out for you.
All the assets they're losing.
Denver traded away a fortune to get their quarterback who's not been successful. I mean, Denver, if there's a more dysfunctional franchise at the moment, I'd like to see it. I mean, because I know the Giants really, everything they did in the offseason made you think like, okay, they're going to be better.
They're trying to be
gonna,
better.
Yeah.
They're working
Yeah.
on it. But there's a huge
let me ask
disconnect in that locker room,
you
and
think-
it's just gone.
You think Danny Dimes, like if he had some shit together around him, do you think he'd be all right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I don't think he has anything that's really ever shown me that he's going to be a top flight quarterback or one that deserves the money he just got.
Yeah.
Because
He's at best a
what are you gonna
middle of the
give him?
road guy.
Yeah. What are you going to give him? Better receivers? I guess that's the best thing you could do, or a better O line.
Yeah,
But you're
that's the
talking
O-line.
about that's years.
Their O line is trash.
That's
Yeah,
years.
the O line to me. I think if you had a better one, that could be. I listen. I'm not saying he's the greatest, but I do. The man
Sure.
ain't scared to run and fucking take a hit and go on like that. Like,
Oh, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he does have that. You know.
Well, his lack of weapons has kind of been an issue.
Yeah.
His offensive line has been trash.
But the thing was, the weapons are back. Saquon was healthy at the beginning of the year. Got
Right.
drubbed 40-0.
And then he's not. Yeah, but that offensive line, you can't fix. That's something. Oh, hey,
It takes
cool, This
time.
is what we got.
Yeah.
And ooh, it's bad.
But you got to
bad.
but you got to design around that kind of stuff. You got to be like, okay, I'm going to bring in a fullback. I'm going to hold back my running backs. I got to get creative with the playbook. And Dabble's not doing anything like that.
No, he's not.
He needs to get that bald ass head of his moving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell, he needs to get out there and block. He's a big ass.
He's a big dog. He's a big dog.
Man.
All right, so we're all on the Dolphins here then.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
I
easy,
mean,
easy.
it's give that 12.5 points all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No doubt.
Shit, I'll give him 20.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, Titans minus 140 in Indianapolis. Another tight game here, 2.5 point spread. Over under 43.5, which I kind of like.
Wait. What do you like? Like
The over.
Okay.
Yes,
The Titans, if they play like they did last week, they're good. Derrick Henry, finally. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're a monster. How are you getting 20 yards on 20 carries? What was that, 2-3 weeks ago? It was bizarre.
it was
Yeah,
weird.
that's embarrassing.
It's
called
definitely very
It's like people quit like blocking for him or something.
Yeah, like you got.
And hell,
it,
you
dude.
don't even need blockers for him. He's so
Yeah.
big.
it didn't make any. I watched
Yeah.
the whole game. They all looked like they were moving in slow motion. It was weird.
Yeah.
Last week, though, showed out. So I think they carry that momentum into today. Anthony Richardson, though, also a big dude. He's like the next Cam Newton.
I've not been big on Richardson at all, and Steve
Yeah.
likewise.
I've been
Steve's
very
big.
surprised.
Yeah, I'll say I'm surprised. I just knowing that the Colts have a decent defense makes me think that this is a low scoring affair rather than a high scoring one.
I think the Colts take it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What about them? Like
Man.
the offense or
I don't think the Titans defense they get scored on like the secondary and shit. Like I think Pittman, I got him in a couple of my lineups. I think he's going to do something just because. I mean, you look at the Chargers game with them. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that. They're vulnerable.
Well,
know?
you also get the return of Jonathan Taylor today too,
Oh, that's a very good point. They did.
and so
we were
like,
going to forget all of that too, weren't we?
I did not have that in the notes. So thank you,
Well,
Steve.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna. You think he's gonna make an impact today? I don't think like that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Even-
yeah,
even-
he's been healthy.
ready. He's been ready.
even if he only runs for 50 yards, it's the idea that they can run the ball
just for the
now.
disruption of the
Right.
playbook.
It's
I
just-
got you.
idea.
It gives Anthony Richardson a little
Yeah.
something to work with.
a lot more to work
So
with.
again, back to Pittman. I'm just kidding. I hope that works.
But the play action is now effective in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
aspect. You know,
yeah.
Stewart also catches the ball very well out of the backfield. A lot better than some of these other guys that got deals. Like Saquon's not really much with the hands. Neither was Josh Jacobs. I mean, do they get those types of looks? Sure, but they're more handling the ball, let them do the business.
Yeah.
And like Jonathan Taylor's a lot more versatile than those other two were. And I think that probably contributed to the fact that he actually got a decent contract. When you talk about the makeshift thing that Barkley and Jacobs both got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like slightly over value of whatever the franchise tag was.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, I think Jonathan Taylor was more willing to like stick to his guns about it too.
Yeah, I like that. He
Because,
wasn't
like,
going to give in to the shit.
He wasn't giving in, and like they're like, "Oh, you're not going to give me in. We'll just put you on the pup list."
What was it? Yeah, was
Hokies
it
in London.
nice? What was it? What was it? They had this whole running back committee that got together and said,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah.
we're going to hold strong." And what was it? The very next day, Saquon Barkley was like, "Done."
Yep, and then
Signed
like,
the deal.
and then like, and then like 2 days later, Josh Jacobs
Yeah, all of them. They got
and
it
Jonathan
quick.
Taylor's like, "No, I'm not. I'm not doing it."
He's probably like giving both those guys the fingers. Like, what did we just talk about, guys?
Yeah. Like
Like, what
we
the
all-
fuck just happened here?
Yeah.
I thought we all agreed to sit out.
That's funny. Yeah. Okay. So the Colts might be a sneaky little plus
That's
120.
what I'm saying. I'm taking.
Did
the
he
Colts.
get it? Okay.
think
Quick
so.
update. Wait, they didn't call that a touchdown?
They did. They
Oh,
did.
now they got it. That wasn't the
He's
two.
so good.
I thought he got a touchdown the first play.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, that was
too.
Davis.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right. Quick update on this Buffalo Jacksonville game. Or was that the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it's a
that-
touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Did they just run
All
the
right,
same
so-
play twice?
So
Is that
Buffalo down 18-7 with 4 minutes left. They just pass interference on the defense.
Defense.
All
Yep.
right,
So touchdown.
Okay, so touchdown. So it's 13-18 now. They're going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. Let's see what happens.
So you got 4 minutes. Jacksonville still has all 3 timeouts. Buffalo has 2.
Ooh. Oh, that was
That was
and
a
he
good
still
catch.
caught that. Wow,
Yeah,
that was
that's
really
nuts.
good.
I
All
mean,
right,
that was a
2-point
good
conversion.
throw.
Here we go. He's in the shotgun formation. He's got a running back there with him. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, man in motion to the right.
Is that Barrios?
And he's coming back around, sneaking back out. He's wide open. He's got to beat one man to get in, and
He
he
does
won't
not.
do it.
And now that just won't happen.
And he won't do it. Buffalo needs a touchdown to win. Okay, on to the 4 p.m. slate.
Hit it.
I want to talk about this game because I don't know what the fuck is going on in Cincinnati.
Hey, that's
Bengals-
what I wanted to get into today.
There you
So
go. There
bad.
you go.
The Bengals are -3 in Arizona. Arizona,
Surprising.
What a-
Surprising.
And
Yes.
I said last week they're not that bad.
They're not that bad. If I'm Arizona,
That's the best way to put it.
if I'm Arizona,
Isn't it?
They're not that bad.
Kyler
but,
Murray
you know-
is on the trading block. If I am Arizona,
Little Seinfeld-esque, but I
Get
mean,
out.
You know.
You and your PlayStation can go elsewhere. Dobbs has been
Yeah.
surprisingly good. I thought the Niners were going to absolutely destroy them. They didn't.
But
I mean,
that,
it's still
that's what
won,
happens
but-
when you want it, though. That man needs the he's fighting over there.
Yep. I mean, he was decent at Tennessee for a while.
Yeah, I know. But,
Yeah, but
I mean,
he's not the long-term answer.
No,
It
he's
doesn't
not.
matter,
but
but-
Kyler certainly isn't either.
Oh no, I'm 100% with you there. I'm on that train.
3-point spread here. The Bengals are favored, but regardless of the Cardinals, whatever. The Bengals just gave the largest NFL contract ever to their quarterback, and he looks like he can't play a game of Pee Wee football.
No.
I think the calf's still bothering him. I think it's bothering him
yeah.
a lot,
I concur.
and I
But
think they're just
that
rushing
doesn't.
him out
The
there.
calf does not affect the way you throw the football. I mean, he is off.
I would say under 20 yards shouldn't affect you. Long throws, maybe.
Okay, yeah,
planting.
'cause
It's
you're
your right. It's
planting.
his right calf.
But, like,
isn't
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know it's a calf.
it? It's not a horse. It's a calf.
Yes.
I got a Charlie horse in my left calf Friday night. It was terrible.
Damn, that's the worst though when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, you get woke up with that shit?
dude.
Oh, hell
And you're
no.
sitting there looking like the Exorcist. Like, damn.
Well,
Shit hurts so
yeah,
bad.
I had played golf Friday and we walked the course, and I had many a drinks, and so that's why that happened. But
No bananas in the diet that day.
Yeah, nah.
nah,
Banana daiquiri.
yeah, shit, it's a banana horseshoe in my lip. That's all I'm talking about.
Jeez.
But what the fuck is Joe Burrow doing?
We have a bounce back day today. What do you
I thought it would have happened 2
Last
weeks
week
ago.
when Jamar Chase spoke his
Yes.
mind, I'm like, oh, here they go. They're gonna pop off.
Hey, what's his name's out? T. Higgins is out today, right?
He's out again. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
out. So
Because Tyler Boyd's supposed to get looks.
he's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I said supposed to. He's supposed to.
Yeah. Well, then
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
So, all right. So, what are your thoughts? What's the word?
I mean, what did I say last week on our pod? We were talking about if I get the same fucking Joe Burrow again, I'm calling him the Bungles going forward because
Yeah.
this is it. And I'm being from Kentucky and just an hour away from Cincy,
Right.
I've dealt with Bengals fans, and they are a weird, annoying fan base. Just there's that whole Who Day thing is weird to me because it just seems like it comes some bullshit from New Orleans that they
Yeah, the
just
Who Dat?
they copied it right off of
I
New
don't like
Orleans.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that either. But like where they came up with it was just like just swiped it right off of New Orleans, and I don't know why they feel so entitled because they've been so bad for so long, and like it's a huge bandwagon fan base too. They all hop on and they all hop off at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I've been a Bengals fan for so long. I was like, oh, really? I haven't heard you talk about them in like 20 years. And then Joe Burrow shows up, and now all of a sudden, like, the Bengals are everything. I was like, I didn't even know you watched football, to be real. You know?
Damn.
But that's how it is.
No,
It's a weird, they're just weird like that.
That's true. I just don't. I mean, you can't be like, oh, the money and all that getting in his head. It's like, dude, what? Okay, the money's one thing.
He knew it was
but
coming,
you got to
though.
understand, this man has been the center of attention
Yeah.
for, like, the performance he did at LSU was unbelievable.
Smoking cigars
right?
with his coach and shit.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hardest. That's one
Yeah.
of the hardest slow motion videos you'll ever see in your life. Is Joey Burrow in the locker room putting
Yeah.
on a hat that says "Big Dick Joe,"
Yes.
lighting a stogie in slow mo after winning the national championship. Like, just gangster shit, and like basically getting ran out of Ohio State because he's from Ohio,
Right.
and that whole thing, and like goes to the Bengals, took him to the Super Bowl for God's sake, the whole nine. Like, the spotlight's been there.
Yeah, what's
The
different
money's
now?
what's the different about the money? He was already rich.
now, yeah.
Now he's just really rich, and
now
that's
he's
fine.
now he's getting paid to be good.
And he's not good.
Yeah. Like, he got paid, and all of a sudden it all changes. But the thing is, there's a bunch of other quarterbacks that got paid. Josh Allen's been paid. Look at him. I mean, not today. Please don't. But
This is so hard to judge this performance off of being in London for 3 days and
Exactly.
having to adjust. Like,
and playing a team that's already adjusted.
right.
Sure.
So there's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's 18-13.
Third and 4.
Third and 4. They need this.
Go bomb.
big.
Got
And he
it.
got
my
it.
Lord.
That might
shit.
do
That's a
it.
game.
Calvin, thank you. I need points.
That
That's
might
a
do it
game,
there.
gentlemen.
That was a long first down. They're on the 40 now.
You got one timeout left. 3 minutes to go.
One more
Yeah.
first down. This game's over.
Yep.
See you later.
All right. So I think I'm going to take the Bengals here -3.
You're going to take the Bengals.
I think I am. He has to. This is it. It's do or die.
It is do or die. I thought that was last week, too, because you're talking about putting yourself farther and farther behind the 8 ball with each one of these losses.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a
So-
limb and say Jamar Chase goes off today.
Okay. That's not really much of a limb. You just, I
No,
mean,
yeah.
it should be happening.
But he hasn't
Look,
gone
I'm
off
saying
all
look
year.
at it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
right.
it is a
I
limb.
know. I get it. It should be happening. Steve, who do you think?
Look at Calvin Ridley 7.
I think Cincinnati wins, but I kind of like the Arizona and the
They're
points.
playing in Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
So you like Arizona +3? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll hold your game to the end. We're gonna get shout out to Big Cat. Just commented. He says sneaky stat line here. Russell Wilson now. Nathan went to
Oh,
NC
wow.
State. Russell Wilson 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions so far this season. The New York Jets travel to Denver. Denver's -2.5. Again, my notes on this one. Another game between two shitty teams. Russell is such a goober.
But Jets defense is not that bad to like.
They're
But
not
the
that
thing is,
bad.
they're on the field so damn much.
I do believe
True.
the Jets got screwed last week.
They did. They royally got
That was
screwed.
a phantom call on Sauce that could have changed the game for sure. I mean, everyone thought they were going to get slapped. Zach Wilson just put on a performance that he needed to. It's the first time he's ever thrown 2 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah.
So the Sirius Satellite fellows, they were saying Breece Hall today is going to be like all systems go. He's allowed, he's in control now. Period.
Dalvin Cook taking a back seat.
Yep. See ya. So
Good,
what?
because Dalvin Cook's been
Well,
trash.
I mean, what do y'all
Touchdown Jaguars. This game's over.
Y'all think that's
Oh,
how?
shit.
I mean, y'all think that's how it's going to go? I mean, that's what they're saying.
It
so,
should.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That was
Just
ETN.
run. Keep
Yeah,
your
I think-
defense off the field as much as possible.
Again, it's a toss-up for me. I don't know.
I mean, Breece Hawks. Just because we're going to set a lineup later, I think he's like 5,400.
All right, Breece Hall's a good pick.
You know what I mean? So
Over-under is 42.5, which I think might be a little bit high for this.
I like the under on this one.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
give me
can
the
see
under there, too.
it. All right, Kansas City Chiefs -3.5 in Minnesota at Kirk Cousins, and they're just
what's the over/under on that?
53 even.
You'd be sweating in the fourth quarter for that.
I have one note about this, and it is ESPN enough with the Taylor Swift bullshit.
Over it.
Done.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
Hell no, dude.
All right, high five, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Your previous girlfriend was way hotter.
I think it's a ploy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
I think the NFL is paying Taylor Swift to be at these games just to try to pull more female viewership.
And
That's what I
that's-
think is happening.
People are like, oh, that's crazy. It's not. It's the NFL.
not.
That is not a crazy.
How
thing
much
to
do you? I mean, Travis Kelsey's jersey sales went up 400%
Yeah.
after she showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
they-
like that. Does that not mean that you're trying to pull in like female viewers at all?
I
No-
also
no doubt.
think this might be a PR stunt on the Kelsey side, and I'll say it like this: they in the last 2 years, as we know, they played each other in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
They started a podcast called New Heights.
Yep.
Awesome.
Which is like a very big, like the whole new thing is like athletes actually doing podcasts, which I think are going to bite them in the ass. Micah Parsons being one is going to absolutely screw himself over, talking the shit he talks during the week and then not doing it on the weekend. But they started that new podcast. It's quickly become one of the top sports podcasts. They then had the Amazon documentary,
Oh, yes.
Kelsey, which was very good. But they gained 1 million between him and his brother. Obviously, Travis benefiting most. He gained about 800,000 Instagram followers. Jason got 200,000 followers. Their podcast got like 350,000 followers. So I think it's a PR media blitz.
Yeah.
Very well can be. I mean, it's Travis started all this talking about.
His friendship
This-
bracelet.
Yeah, the
I did. That was like 2 months ago, right?
yeah. It all started because he shot his shot at it,
Yeah.
and look, it
Good on him.
Shot
apparently
his shot,
connected. Yeah.
And somebody in her circle said, "Damn, that makes sense.
Yes.
Let's make some money."
But here's
Let's
another
call
funny,
the NFL right now.
yeah. But another funny thing is like Taylor Swift still refuses to let the NFL play her music at games
Yeah.
and utilize it.
Dude, that chick just did a tour for $1 billion.
Come
on, son.
I will.
That's
say
out of
this.
control, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
gained a
nuts.
lot of respect for Taylor Swift. She has her tour consists of 30 53-foot vans, tractor trailers, and another 15 48 to 53-foot flatbeds that travel with her every show. They are nonstop. They're always on the call. She gave each driver a $100,000 cash bonus.
Damn, that's dope.
Shout out to Taylor Swift for that.
Yeah, I saw
In my
that.
line of
That's
work,
awesome.
that makes me
I
feel
mean,
pretty
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
You know, it is what it is.
We just know there's
she-
bigger shit at play right now.
She
That's all I
also
know.
she also did 10 million in ticket sales every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm
So-
talking like she emptied bank accounts.
Probably-
Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like people like
Yes.
barely holding on to money, and
Dude,
then
she was
their
telling
daughter
people
had to go.
Yeah,
You
people
just-
were spending rent money to go to these concerts, you know?
Well, you saw what she was charging for, like, tickets that were, like, obstructed views.
Dog.
Oh,
And
yeah.
still,
And
like,
you know what she would do?
$1,000.
You know what she would do? Because like they were putting up videos after the show, after you watch the television show, she'd walk back there for 15 seconds and wave at everybody, and dude, that made it for him, which is so crazy. That's why I was trying to ask, like, what makes her just the shit? I don't get to girls. I don't get it. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
Dude.
Because she sings all these depressing songs about dudes and how they break
Oh,
up with them and
yeah,
shit.
but yeah,
Is that
but
what it
to-
is?
See,
I
maybe
don't
it's
know.
smart by her though to
no.
date these high-profile guys because she knows the album that she creates after she breaks up.
People are
with
going to be
is
like,
do
that's,
numbers.
that's
But these
it's
girls,
the Travis
but
Kelsey
this is
album
what I
right
don't
here.
get.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I relate to her. Like, no, you don't.
No.
She sits there. She's dating millionaires.
Yeah,
and
she
billionaires.
poops gold, dude. It's like, what?
Like, bro, like
Not only
you're
she
dating a
date-
car salesman. Like, you don't. It's not the same.
Right.
You know what I'm
more
saying?
wealthy than any of them too.
Like,
It's like,
but that's just my take on it. It just blows my mind.
my take on the game.
Buffalo just scored.
I think Kansas City minus 3.5 is free money.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
All right, the last game of the 4 o'clock slate. I'm leaving this up to you, Wes. Your Philadelphia Eagles -4 in LA. Over under is 50.5. I think this pummels the over.
Well, if you watch our offense lately, we still score over 30 points a game. So it's very nice to see. But the thing is, our defense is allowing alarming numbers in the air. It's mind-boggling because of what we were told coming into the season with Sean Desai taking over the defensive coordinator position. He was going to be more aggressive. He wanted to be more aggressive. But we're seeing the complete opposite. We don't press wide receivers on the line. We only rush 4. Very rarely get a blitz. It's all the same bullshit defense we saw last year that we were told we weren't going to get this year. I guess the biggest way what you can look at is if you looked at the way they played against Washington and how they got zero pressure on Sam Howell, but then in turn the very next week, the Bears just put so much pressure on him. And the week before, Sam Howell got sacked 7 times?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So
he's on pace to be sacked.
I would not trust the Eagles defense in this game. So back to your point, yes, the over is very likely to happen.
Yeah, I believe so too. It's going to be a air raid shootout. I'm hoping. Also, Puka Nacua. Where the hell did you come from? Where did he even play?
Yeah, him. BYU, right? Is that where we came from? Yeah, we said BYU.
BYU,
and it was like,
yeah, we looked it up. We had to know.
I mean, the only other great player I know from BYU is Steve Young.
Yeah. I mean, I know a couple.
Certainly not
other
Zach
players,
Wilson.
but
Well, who else do you know from BYU?
Ty Detmer.
Ty Detmer was good.
Okay, man.
Any more?
It got silent. You said, I know a few. Ty
If I
Detmer.
thought about it for a second, I guarantee I could come up with more.
BY.
Yeah, Eagles -4 here. I mean, I would like to think they cover. From a betting standpoint, I probably wouldn't take it. But
I'd say it's a good one to go ahead and throw into a parlay. I'd take, if you're giving 4 points, and we all know how LA games become home games for the road team.
Yeah.
All the time. And
they do. It's so sad.
And Philadelphia does travel very, very well. Their fans travel incredibly
We played the
well.
Rams last week, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And
It looked
the
like
entire stadium was red.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
That is a lot closer in proximity for sure
Right.
to San Francisco. But yes, you'll see a lot of green.
I just think LA fans suck. They don't. It's just all transplants who are fans of other teams that show up.
Which is the truth. I mean, that's what's going to happen in Las Vegas too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders do have a loyal following, but at the same time, you're going to still see probably a 50-50 split in those stadiums because that's just a destination to go check your team play for a weekend.
Facts.
Yeah, it is.
And their stadium is nice.
It looks awesome.
Oh, it's nice. When I was out there a few weeks ago, I stayed right near it.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was actually built by a company called Mortensen Electric, and they're a client of my clients.
Oh, nice.
They had their company party in there, and he said it was like unbelievable the shit
Sick.
they did in there.
That's sick.
So. All right, on to tonight. It's me versus Jimmy. It's Dallas in San Francisco in the Bay at Levi. The Niners are only -3.5. This is an NFC rivalry here. I know, obviously, I would say the biggest rival in the NFC is probably Eagles-Cowboys or Eagles-Skins.
But it is a classic rivalry.
But this is a classic rivalry as far as playoffs
Take you
go.
back to the late
Yeah.
80s, early
Exactly.
90s.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, the throwback.
Yeah, I saw
ESPN classics, brother.
yes, it is.
the promo.
Channel 63 when we were growing up.
the throw.
The promo that NBC is doing for Sunday Night Football is Terrell Owens, which I thought was the perfect selection for it.
Of course.
Because he balled out for both teams and also talked a lot of shit to the other team while playing for said team.
Yeah.
Talk shit to his own team.
He would.
His own mom, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But the Niners here are -3.5. A lot of people taking Dallas in the points. I just don't see it. Over under 45. Seems a little low for me. Thought it'd be around 40.
listen, if we can't stop the run, y'all are winning.
it's
That's a
over
fact.
for you.
So
over
that's
for
how I feel about it. And I hope we win, but I'm expecting to lose. So there you go.
Yeah, all these
Realistic.
commentator, whatever you want, pundits, if you want to call them that,
Pundit.
talking about down Brock Purdy ain't it. Go fuck yourself.
Dude, Purdy's the man. He literally, if I bought a jersey of a quarterback, it'd be him just because he was the last pick. Nobody gives a shit. He has a roommate.
Mr. Irrelevant
Like-
to Mr. Very Relevant real quick.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
guess what? And he ain't out there just like letting his nuts hang all over the place. He's
No,
just a
dude,
chill dude.
he doesn't try to do too much.
That's what
He
I'm
just
saying.
does his job. Kyle Shanahan obviously is a genius mastermind.
Except
who-
for that one Super Bowl where he like just changed the whole script.
Oh, in the second half, that was so terrible and deflating. That was the Jimmy Garoppolo Super Bowl
It was just stupid.
against the
He won a certain way the
Ravens
whole year,
or-
and they went in there and
or
just played the
Chiefs,
opposite.
yeah.
Like
Yep.
what?
the
Why would
one
you do
against the Ravens was Kaepernick.
Right, yeah.
That was the power outage game.
That was the power.
That
game.
was a whack thing, too.
But the Niners, I think, just we continue. We win again. I mean, it's at home. I can't believe it's a Sunday Night Football game at home, and we only get 3.5 against Dallas.
Yeah, I like the Niners.
Yeah, I mean, they're
-3.5.
putting too much stock in Dallas's defense, but
Do you think Micah Parsons is 100%? He came back in the middle. I thought he was gonna be out for the game, and he ended up coming back. But like,
I don't ever really trust like a dude 100% in terms of being a football player, pro athlete. You're never 100%, dude. So
That's a valid point.
I don't give a shit what they say.
That's
You know.
true.
Yeah.
They just got to give him 2 pills instead of 1.
Exactly.
Oh, man. And then, all right, last game of the slate here. We'll wrap it up before these games start. Monday Night Football. Steve, your Green Bay Packers go to Las Vegas, like we were just speaking of. They are 2-point underdogs.
I'm all over the Packers on this one.
I think I am,
I
too.
feel like the Raiders are completely dysfunctional. I think Josh McDaniels is the worst coach in football.
He has to be, right?
Like, he is horrible.
Everywhere he goes, he's hated. Eventually.
That's too funny.
He's trash, man.
He is living
He
off
has
the
to.
Brady effect. That is what he's living off of.
Still. It's depressing. But it's true. You're right. I mean, you're 100% right. He
It's-
hasn't gotten anything right anywhere he's gone.
His greatest football memories literally are being Brady's offensive coordinator and, hey, I won a playoff game in Denver with Tim Tebow. That's it.
Won a playoff game with Tim Tebow on a play where Demaryius Thomas,
Oh, yeah, smoked him.
he just probably one of the best routes ever ran, and that defensive back just fell over and he was gone.
But yeah.
I probably could have made that throw, but I still give Tim Tebow did win a playoff game.
Yeah. But, I mean, as far as the game, though, I'm
Now,
Packers,
Handsome
points,
Jim,
I'm good.
Handsome Jim has a small piece of my heart. He is back tonight
Yeah.
He's gonna
or tomorrow night.
he's gonna play.
He's gonna play.
Okay.
He's out of concussion protocol. Even still, I just unless him and Devontae Adams really get on the same page,
Yeah.
there's nothing else. Josh Jacobs is good, but I don't think their line's good enough for it.
No.
And if the Packers are on, the beginning of the season,
There's a couple
They had a
times
couple
they
good
look
games.
good. They look
They
good.
look good.
And then there's other times you're like, God, this team is gone off.
Yeah, but the games they look good. They looked good against Chicago, which they always look good against Chicago.
yeah, that's true.
They own that
Yeah,
whole city.
I mean that's just what they do to the Bears. And then they go lay an egg in Atlanta.
Yeah. Ugh. Rough.
I thought Aiden O'Connell looked all right last week.
Yeah,
He filled in, and I think it's going to better serve the Raiders to go that route than Jimmy G. I know they spent that money, and that's what McDaniel wanted, but we've already stated the point that McDaniels is an idiot. So why I think with the Aiden O'Connell move, you get a gunslinger, you get a guy that's more like Derek Carr back there. The guy's huge. He's gigantic.
He is
and
gigantic.
that's the guy that's not afraid to throw the ball and turn it over. Where with Garoppolo, that dude likes to turn the ball over.
He does. Oh,
Well,
no,
well,
no.
he doesn't like to turn the ball over. Excuse me. He doesn't normally. He tries so hard to just manage the game and not force throws or give any kind of confidence into his receivers' abilities at all.
Yeah, it's weird. It's either he tries to fit the ball in the super tight window and throws a pick, or just doesn't try at all and then gets sacked and fumbles.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, just do what you're supposed to do.
Well,
It's a little different in Shanahan's offense, but I'm big on. I like the Packers +2.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Love
would
the
take.
Packers.
I would
I
take
love
the
the Packers
Packers.
plus two.
I would take the Packers here as well.
Yep. That rounds it out. This game right here, 22 seconds left. Buffalo has to go 96 yards.
Well, what we thought they were out of, they're still in.
Oh, now they're out.
Now they're out.
That's over now.
That's stupid.
I'm still trying to figure out why
They
that
just
guy.
tried to run the hook and ladder. They don't have any timeouts.
and
that's why.
they missed the hook and ladder.
Yeah, they did the hook and he fumbled the ladder,
Yes.
and that was that. That'll do it there. So the Buffalo loses. Gents, these games start soon. We appreciate everything. I'm glad we finally got to do this. We've been talking about it for a while.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Yeah, man,
I
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
yeah.
It was awesome.
We will do
For
it
sure.
again.
Hell yeah. dude.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you guys next week, episode 130. Enjoy the games today. Don't drink and drive. You know,
And make sure you check out Just a Bit Outside.
just a bit outside.
Yes.
I love the clip in the beginning too.
Yeah, oh, you got to have him.
You have to have
Bob
it.
Euchre all
Yeah.
day.
No doubt.
All day.
Thanks
All right,
for
we'll catch y'all
everybody
later.
who tuned in. Peace. And I got 6 minutes to make lineups here.
All right, yeah, make one.
Yeah, let's get at it.
Make a lineup.
Hell yeah, fellas.
I'm gonna do all this.
That was awesome. Thanks, guys.